Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again today. Before we get into the report, I want to turn you guys on to a new shop up here in Ione, California. I'm with Jay Kelly. Jay, you're running this shop up here. It's the Hooked Bait Shop, or just Hooked. We're in Ione, California. He's got an unbelievable supply of custom stuff up here. He's got the ram baits. You've got
Bobby D,
D's,
Blade
Runner, Huddleston. They've got a really great logo for you guys that are into apparel. These shirts are really cool. I asked Jay to bring one of these down to show off because I really like them. Really nice stuff there. Jay, you're in business. You're open Monday through Friday, 7 days a week.
We are. We're open. My wife and I opened this up about 3 years ago. We are open 7 days a week, 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, and talk about your website also.
We do have a full website. A lot of people are really surprised how expansive our website is.
I've seen the website.
Yeah, it's
you showed
quite
to me.
a bit.
He's got, and you are multi-species. You
Absolutely.
can get anything you need. So if you're coming up to Amador, trout fishing, Hogan, stripers, Pardee, all the mother lode lakes, they're right here close by if you need to drop in. With that being said, you want to just take a quick pan around and you can show us what you have?
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
grab this camera and we'll follow you around. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so some of the things that we have, as you mentioned, we have the Huddlestons, we got Project Swim Baits. Some of the more, for the Delta guys, we do have Bobby D's, we have Blade Runner, some great jigs with Bass Union as well as G-Money jigs. We have spoons, we have the Ram Rats that you guys were talking about earlier, Lunker Hut, Snag Proof, and Scum Frogs, which a lot of the Delta guys like. Some of the other things that we have is net bait. American Bait Works has come out with that. We also have the Sculpin coming out. Keeper Worms. Then we have your normal products like Zoom. We've got a great tungsten selection. Yamamoto's Robo Worms. Again, G-Money jigs. We also have a big selection of Z-Man as well. We have a ton of bass stuff. We also have trout stuff. We have other things too, stripers, a lot of striper stuff. And we also carry tournament gear. So if you need a money beam, Coaling markers, stick jackets, scents, we've got it pretty much covered as far as what you need. So,
all right, come on in here, Jay. We're going to sign off. I'm going to get into the weekly report. And again, that's the Hooked Shop, the Hooked Bait Shop in Ione, California.
And check out our website.
Check out the website. They'll be happy.
Hookforlife.com.
Hookforlife.com. Give us your number one more time.
The website's going to be HOOKD 4 and life.com. Hooked for Life. And then our phone number is 209-790-5100.
All right. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Jay.
you. Thanks for coming in.
You guys come up and visit Jay. If you can't come up and visit him, give him a call. He'll set you up with anything you need. Let's get on the report. All right, we're back on the Delta, and this is the weekly fishing report for the week of April 14th. Had to think about that a little bit. We're going to call this the Lost Week because of the weather conditions. You guys that are in the area know what I'm talking about. We had a heck of a front come through this weekend, and it really threw the fishing off. So I'm going to kind of jump around here a little bit and explain what happened in the last week compared to what's going on right now and what's going to happen next week. Last Thursday and Friday, if you guys fish, you probably did really well. I talked about the fishing being very good for both largemouth and stripers, and that continued through the week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that front came in, and if you were out Saturday morning, you probably did pretty good. If you were out Saturday by 10 o'clock, you probably felt like you should never came out because the wind picked up to about 20 or 25, and it was not pleasant conditions. That was Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. With that being said, let's talk about the New Gen tournament that was out here on Saturday. 2 28-pound bags, 28-something to win. Rob Cloutier from the Bass Hole had 26-something, him and his partner. They got third place. Now, here's the story from Rob. We talked about Friday Thursday and Friday being very good, and then the fishing really took a dive on Saturday. They caught all of their fish very early. I think he said by 7:30 or 8 o'clock they had their 26-pound bag. So after that, I guess that pressure front really dropped the fish off. So I would think a lot of the guys in the new gen tournament that did well probably caught their fish early, and then after 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, I think it was a pretty tough day for everyone. With that being said, Rob caught all his fish on basically worms. They were either drop shotting or flipping or pitching. Slow moving baits, keeping contact with the bottom. That's the word from Rob. He also reported that his brother got a 10-8 last week. Guess what? On a Cinco. It's the year of the Cinco out here. I'll get back to largemouth in just 1 minute, but I want to talk about the stripers because I think the stripers did not take as much of a dive as the largemouth did due to the weather front that came in. Jeff Suhu last week did really well throughout the week. I got a picture of some of Jeff's clients last week. We'll thumb through that real quick so you guys can see the quality of fish that they're catching. Jeff had a very good week. I talked to Jeff on Tuesday. Didn't get a good talk with him because he was so busy landing fish for his clients. And at that point I just said, Jeff, don't worry about it. Hang up the phone. Have a good time. I know the fish are on. I also knew the fish are on before I talked to Jeff because I had had so many reports from a lot of the guys that I'm getting weekly reports from, the striper guys. They're all catching fish. And the guys that I get reports from are not bait fishermen. They're throwing plugs. They're throwing topwaters, wake baits. They're throwing lipless. They're, pretty much all the standard stuff. Cordell spots. It's whatever you like throwing. If you just go out and fish your prime water, you're probably going to get some fish. Tides have been the high outgo tide has been the one that you wanted to fish. So if you can't or you're having trouble catching the largemouth out here, throw on something that you can catch a striper with, and you'll probably catch a few stripers. So with that, we'll get right back to the largemouth. And we talked about the new gen tournament on Saturday, doing pretty well. Sunday was terrible. I was out. I thought the weather was going to die down a little bit. It was blowing 20 to 25 consistent, probably 30 to 35 gust. I lasted about 2 hours. I came back in. A couple other guys were out. They were coming back in. It just wasn't fishable. Monday also was just nasty weather. So not a lot of guys going out early in the week. Tuesday the weather got better. Sun came out and it's been pretty decent since then. Next week looks like the weather's going to stable out. We are going to have a little bit of a breeze, but usually 10 miles an hour, right around 10, maybe a little under, maybe a little over. Very fishable conditions. We're going to have some sunshine, so the fish should be resetting. So you guys that are coming out for the weekend, starting Saturday and Sunday, I think it may be a go for you. And remember, the 17th we have a full moon. I talked to Alan Fong about what's going on with the fish that were in the shallows, because I've been running around looking for some of those bedfish, and they have moved off the beds. And what Alan said, you guys know Alan, he's been around for a long time. He's seen this before. It's a pretty common situation that when you have fish coming in on the shallows and we have a weather front, they will pull off. They'll pull out of that shallow water and they'll go out to a little deeper water. But like Alan was saying, they don't go far, and as soon as the weather resets, the fish will come back in and reset. So by this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you guys should be looking at some pretty good fishing. I will say the keys to success for what I have seen out here for myself and what everybody has been talking about, they have been flipping, pitching worms or bottom hugging baits like it could be a beaver, it could be anything that's going to resemble a crayfish. Brush hogs, that's been a good one. Black and red has come up. Black and blue flake has also come up in a lot of the reports that I've had. And the main thing is you want that high outgo tide, and you also want to be fishing around tules. And I've tried to buck the system and fish rocks, and I have not been doing well with on rock at all. And I've thrown, I'll tell you exactly what I've been throwing. I've thrown a chatterbait thinking I could pick up something that's chasing. I've thrown Cincos. What else have I got on here? I've got what is this? A speed trap. I've also threw some bigger swim baits, and I've thrown some topwaters. And since that storm came in last week, they have not reset on those faster moving baits. So if you're coming out, stick to the Thule's, high out, go tide, and I would put a Cinco on, a 6-inch green pumpkin Cinco. I've been throwing it weightless. That's how I've been getting most of my fish. I have not got back into the bigger fish, but I'm getting some quality fish. Mostly bucks from just keeper size to about 3 pounds, but they're a lot of fun to catch. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you next week.